On our 21-day road trip, we set out to only take 8 days to get from Seattle to the Arctic Ocean. By day 7, we were still miles away from the Dempster Highway, the last leg of the drive to Tuktoyaktuk. Despite having to drive for 11 hours just to get to the Dempster, we managed to find ways to make the most of life on the road. At the start of our day, after camping in the rain, we soaked in a cold stream. Along our way, we came across a little town called Chicken, with a population of 17. Then an off-road adventure took us to breathtaking scenery of mountains. We even stopped for a drink in Dawson City, one of the few remaining gold rush towns. Swatting mosquitoes made up for the itching torture of countless bites. Life is short. A 3-week road trip is like taking in just one breath of that time. So with each breath, we inhale the beauty of every moment.
Morning, everybody. It's day 7. The sun is coming up. It rained super hard last night. Our bug shelter here got totally soaked. Everything got drenched. It's only waterproof to a limit. I didn't expect that kind of rainstorm because it was 80 degrees when we got here, and now it's cooled down, which actually feels good. Bananas for breakfast. Woo!
Everything tastes so good when you're camping.
Gotta have my coffee though, and kind of a view. You can look past the mesh of the mosquito nest. Still thinking about whether I want to get in there or not. Just do a quick wash. Woo. The water is so cold. This is the best way to wake yourself up in the morning. Woo. My balls are shriveled up though. When selecting a bug shelter, we wanted something that was super quick to set up and take down. We were lucky enough to find just that at a Canadian Tire store here in Whitehorse. As you can see, this mosquito shelter goes up and down in under a minute and folds up to a size that is super compact. A mosquito shelter on a trip like this has been invaluable and truly a sanity saver. It's the morning, we just packed up and left, and we stopped in the town of Chicken. We're at the Gold Panner. It's an RV, gift shop, gas station, kind of a little bit of everything. We're still in Chicken, Alaska, crossing this little walk bridge that goes over to their dry camping. Hey everybody, we are driving Highway 5 from Chicken to the border crossing to get to Dawson, and as you can see from the time-lapse video, it's a complete dirt road all the way and very windy, so you have to go slow, which is why it looks like it's not very far, but it's actually going to take you quite a while because you're driving this dirt road the whole time. But there actually are some places along this with some amazing views. Stopped off a bit myself to take some photos, and also some campgrounds, which is surprising. And apparently one of them is pretty nice. So if you are interested in pulling off and camping along the way, you can do that, depending on your situation. situation. One Walker Ford campground was right on the river, so that's worth checking out perhaps if you're interested. But we're on our way to get to the border and back into the Yukon so that we can find our way to Dawson and on up to Tuk. So we are now off the dirt road onto a really nice, what looks like brand new paved road. Just came out of nowhere, and the mile markers started over. I guess they did that, but we're not in Canada yet. We're about 9 miles away from Canada, driving across the top of the mountains. And shockingly, we just passed someone on a bicycle going up oh my god, and not looking like fun, because these are some steep hills. 9% grade is what some of the signs have shown, which is crazy for hills, and to do that on a bicycle, trust me, I've done that once and it's not fun, especially when you're fully loaded, which they were. Got to give them respect though, you know, to take on that kind of challenge. Pretty crazy. We're about to Canada, and so we'll get across and head on over to Dawson. Hopefully the roads stay like this the whole way, because that'll help us with making some good time. So we decided to take a bit of a detour off-road, because the views here are insane. It feels like you're at the top of the world, which we sort of are up here in the Yukon, just past the Alaska border. I found a spot that looks like we can kind of pull the vehicle up onto a rock. Then we'll be on our way to Dawson City. Can't miss taking advantage of stuff like this, especially when you can feel comfortable going off-road. And the view from here is just epic. Unbelievable. Like being on top of the world. This is why I love to overland.
I'm here at the top of the world highway with my Kula cloth. I love my Kula. Yay!
Hey everybody, we stopped to grab a quick bite at a turnout along the top of the world highway. Has a pretty decent view from up here. You could actually camp here for the night if you wanted to. And it may be obvious to some, but I definitely have the wrong kind of fenders for overlanding and driving on this kind of road with a trailer. Because as you can see, all the mud and rocks and everything just get thrown at the trailer. Look at the back here. The fender's coated, the door's splattered. The front side of this is completely coated and splattered. I'm gonna see if I can find some mud flaps in Dawson and retrofit them to my Jeep, because this is creating a mess. Took a quick pit stop to let some air out of the tires. Wanted to reduce the amount of throwing rocks and smooth out the bumps a bit, and also reduce the chance of getting a flat tire. You know, softer tires just help with that. Has definitely smoothed things out. The road feels a lot better, and hopefully this will help reduce the chance of beating up the trailer even more with throwing rocks and everything else at it. Hey everyone, we are at Dawson City, sort of. We're here at the river crossing ferry. We're waiting for that to show up and get on the ferry, and then just on the other side of the river is Dawson. So we're pretty excited. Gonna check out a few things there, see if I can find some mud flaps maybe.
Here in Dawson City, they've maintained it to look like the Wild Wild West.
Thank goodness.
Sourdough cinnamon. Crazy hot here. Looks really pretty good actually. Like it. And we'll be making our way to the Dempster Highway. We topped everything off. We loaded up on gas. We topped off the water tank on the trailer. There is a free water filling station, by the way, off of 5th Avenue. And it's drinkable water, so that's good. So we topped off the water, tried to get money from an ATM, but the ATM wasn't working, so the gas station let me use my debit card to get money out. So we pinned a few spots that we think we want to camp at, and so we're gonna head out to the Dempster and be on our way. Woohoo! Forgot to mention, when I got back to the Jeep, there was this guy on the door. Says they are on Facebook and YouTube at Have Jeeps, so check them out. The Dempster Highway. This is the start of our trek up north to Tuktoyaktuk.
We made it.
This is it.
We made it to the final.
We made it. The final
leg.
The final leg. There was a big sign next to this sign saying that it's going to be super dusty. So we just entered the Dempster Highway, and there was a sign that said next services 370 kilometers away. And when you get there, you better hope they have gas. Sometimes these gas stations, as we've experienced, run out of gas, or they're closed, or whatever. So just got to be prepared. ATMs aren't working, or whatever isn't working. and we run into all of them. And this road is major washboard, so I'm gonna, when I get a chance to pull off, I'm gonna air down again because that'll make this ride a lot smoother. My air down tool. So I'm gonna do a quick air down the tires. This handy dandy tool that lets you air down a lot faster because it removes the stem entirely. Then we just screw this back in. Ouch, getting bit by mosquitoes. And then remove this, and then we're good to go. Okay, we've aired down all 4 tires and we're back on our way. Man, fighting the mosquitoes the entire time. It's 9 o'clock and it's still super bright outside. The sun is still pretty high. They say it's going to probably stay light almost 23 hours. Up north it'll be almost 24 hours. We're about to check out a place off the side up here. The view is just hard to describe. It's amazing. These mountains that we're driving through, and the way they just kind of blend together, and the shades of, man, it's unbelievable. It's definitely not something that a camera can capture or words can describe. You have to see it for yourself. This is the view from where we're camping. First night along the Dempster Highway. It's pretty amazing. The only downside that's driving me absolutely crazy is the mosquitoes. Alright, we're having fun killing mosquitoes.
Mosquito ninja! Parang that couldn't. That's not working. Hiya! Hiya! 4! Swing! Bada 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 bada!
It's like never ending. It's never ending.
God, there's so many. It's so fast.
Never. Here we are, hiding out in our mosquito-free zone again, because outside is insane. The number of mosquitoes are crazy. Outside, they're just ready to attack. But we found a pretty amazing spot. The view is epic. We just finished having some fajitas, just chilling and relaxing. Ran into a bunch of new problems. The road here was wet, like really wet, and dusty and dirty. And when we opened up the camper door, we found out that water got inside along with some dirt and dust. Got our mattress a little bit wet on the side, so we're trying to dry that with some towels. The trailer is absolute, just like dirt everywhere.
But it's a beast
on the outside, so I definitely need to get those mud flaps on. I'm not looking forward to it because it'll be mosquito hell while I'm doing it. I got these mud flaps. It was actually one piece. I cut it in half. I'm trying to figure out where to mount these now. On the back of the Jeep somewhere. I'm gonna have to cut it so I can probably screw it into this fender and then screw it into the fender there. That should help. This is kind of a hack. Total hacked it together, but I screwed in with the screws that I brought a set of screws. Really wood screws, but they work with plastic just as well. Got this hacked in. Hopefully that kind of sticking through my fender. I'm probably gonna swap out fenders anyways, because definitely need fenders that cover the tires better. Hopefully, based on the way it covers the tire, keep some of the dirt and crud off and rocks off of the trailer. And ideally, it would be even lower than that, but way better than what it was. Just gotta do the other side. Second one in.